Hi, I'm Jason Miller with ForeFlight. We've just released version 4.6 of ForeFlight Mobile, and I'd like to show you some of the latest features. Let's start with some of the smaller additions. I'll go over these in rapid fire. The ruler on maps now stays put until you tap it again, and it shows magnetic bearing now as well. Miles per hour can now be selected as the default units for airspeed. Waypoints can now be created based on VOR radials or crossing radials. City or airport name searches have been sped up considerably, and support for non-airport weather stations has been added, so you can view these either on the maps or actually search for them on the airport view directly. Our big new feature for this release revolves around creating and editing flight plans on the iPad. We've created a brand new edit view that makes creating and editing these even easier. To see this edit field, simply bring down the upper view in the maps like this. There's a pair of new buttons for swapping between the new edit view and the navlog view. If we don't yet have a route loaded, we'll see a blank slate here. A tap will bring up the keyboard where we can start typing in any of the normal route elements that ForeFlight supports. As we type them in, the route is built up over the chart. We can even add performance info and have it applied. If we ever need to insert a new route element, it's as easy as a tap before or after the place we want to add. Then just type in the new waypoint or other route element to insert it. To remove one, simply hold down on it until it lifts up, then drag it off the edit area and let go. Moving one works in a similar way. Lift it up and move it over. You can also tap an element to go direct to it or jump to it on the chart. Use this button to clear the route from the edit view in the map. Note that this is a change with this version. You don't use the search field to clear a route any longer. You'll see why when I show the single waypoint search capability we added in a bit. The buttons on the sides allow you to configure performance info or use an aircraft for that info. There's also a new routes button that will show not only more recently cleared routes from ATC than before, but also tech, preferred, and airway-based routes. The procedure button lets you add or replace an arrival or departure, much easier than having to type it in manually. The altitude button now shows a new view that gives winds aloft effects for various altitudes, filtered by what makes sense for your direction of flight and aircraft. There's also a new feature with Maps Search on iPad. You can still search for a route as before, but now if you search for a single waypoint, say one that ATC just threw at you to go direct to, you can search for that without altering your current route. When you do, you'll see an animated marker showing that waypoint. You can tap on it to go direct to it, or add it to the end of your route. Or you can drag part of the current route over to it to insert it instead. To hide that animated marker, simply clear out the search field. A final note on this update. It will only install on devices running iOS 5.1 or newer. See this URL for details on that. We hope you enjoy this latest version of ForeFlight Mobile. As always, if you have any questions, check out our support page or send us an email at team@foreflight.com. Thanks.